Hi, you're on with LivinLovinLeo, and today we're going to talk about what makes you happy and how to find the courage to do it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. So you want to know what makes you happy? Let's find out what that is. You're on with LivinLovinLeo, and that's what we're going to talk about today. What makes me happy? You know what I really love? And all of my friends know it. I love to salsa and bachata and merengue. Like, that makes me nuts. Okay. You know who I blame? My friend Courtney. I don't know if Courtney, if you're watching, but this is all your fault. San Jose State, stand up. She was taking a salsa class at San Jose State University, and she had to go to a club and practice. So she's like, Leo, come with me. Nobody's going to go. And I'm like, I'm down. Hey, it's a club. We're in college. Let's go. I got a itch that I could not stop scratching. I think we were like 18 or 19 at the time, and it stuck. And I was good. And I'm good, okay? You don't want to see me on the salsa floor, y'all. Like, kill it. And I don't know why. At that time, I just didn't know why. I just love it. And the music made me alive and move and feel sexy. And I was addicted. Like I was going with or without her, with or without anybody. I was at the salsa club every Wednesday in San Jose. It was called The Agenda. Or was it Sundays? I don't remember, but I was there every week. All through college, okay? That's what makes me happy. And I don't care anymore. Like, I was kind of ashamed of it at first because although for some reason, I know now, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but at the time, I didn't know why I was so drawn to the Latin culture. I had no idea. I just loved the music, loved the food, the hotter the better. Loved the culture. It was just everything, and it felt right, and that's what made me happy. And I stopped doing it and I lost it. That's not okay. We gotta find the time to do what makes us happy. We have to work. We all have bills that we have to pay. We have families that we have to take care of. We have parents that we have to take care of. But that doesn't mean that we should be on this hamster wheel of happiness because we have a life to maintain. You should do what you love a little bit so that when you do what you have to, you're okay. What else do I love? I like to talk a lot. And I wanted to do a talk show. I didn't have any courage. I never did it. Now, YouTube, I'm gonna talk. And I want to do it. I have a job. I like my job. I'm good at it. I'm great at it. But it's not my passion. What's my passion? Talking to people. Tell them about my history. Tell them about my past. Helping them with their history. Helping them with their past. Making friends. I have a friend, another one, Viola, and whenever we would go out, she would hate the fact that I would leave our group and go talk to some like random person over there, probably a white guy with scotch. Not trying to hit on him. No, just seriously having a conversation and enjoying it with a complete stranger. And then he was like my best friend. He wanted to know me. He was like, oh, Leo, you're amazing. Who is this girl? Blah, blah, blah. I just had a new friend named Walter who drinks scotch, bringing him over to a group of girls. My friends would look at me like, we don't like him, and get your friend over there. But it's just what I like to do. So how can you identify what you love and then have the courage to do it? Well, I'm glad you asked. Think about it. What makes your heart jump? Whatever it is. Do you like to paint? Do you like to write? Do you like to sing? That's another thing I love to do, but I can't do it, so I'm not going to do it, but I really like to sing. Then sing a little bit. Are you a dancer? Then dance a little bit. You have to take the time to get to know yourself and identify what makes you happy. And then I'm not saying screw everything else, throw everything else to the wind, and just do that. No, because you have responsibilities. We know that you have to do it. I'm saying take some time out for you and do that. And if that happens to be what you're called for, what your purpose is, then the more that you do it, the more doors are going to open, and maybe you'll be blessed like some of these big name people and be able to do it full time. But if not, at least you're still taking the time out to feed yourself and to feed your heart by doing what makes you glow and shine. So I'm going to encourage everyone to spend some time writing down what you love to do. It doesn't matter how big or how small or how petty or how amazing other people think it is. It only matters what you think. I have a tendency of asking my sister, my husband, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And although their information and their 2 cents is important because those two people that I love and respect very much, I also have to look within and see, okay, what do I feel about this? Like this YouTube channel. My husband has been pushing me to do this forever. He knows I love to talk because I talk his ear off sometimes. But he's like, just do it. And it's not because I want to get likes, although I want you to like it. I just really need to get this out, and I need to get this voice heard. So I'm going to have the courage to just talk to you. And hopefully you want to talk back. Hopefully you have some ideas that you want me to talk about. Things that you're like, you know what? I don't have the courage to talk about it, but can you talk about it? And I will. Like I said, dancing. I stopped dancing for so long. And then I met a friend who brought me back to the dance floor. Although we're not friends anymore, glad that she did, because listen, salsa and bachata is so in my heart. And a little quick story about myself. As many of you know, rough childhood. We're getting past that. But I wasn't raised with my biological mother, but for the first 5 years of my life. After that, trouble started. But supposedly, and this is what she told me, at 27 years old, okay? I was actually meeting with her after not seeing her for 20 years. And we were talking, and I was asking her why she let me go and why she put me in foster care. And we were having that deep conversation, and that's for another day. But I asked her, and this is what I said. I said, this is going to sound really crazy to you. Her name's Coletta, but are we mixed? Like, do we have any Dominican, Puerto Rican, Panamanian, like any type of Latin, anything in us? And she was like, no, like you're black, your dad's black. And I was kind of like, are you sure? Because I don't know what it is, but the Latin culture calls to me. Like in Spanish class, my teacher, like we had to have Spanish names. My name was Lorena. Hola, ¿cómo estás? And it stuck. And she was like, well, you know, that doesn't shock me because from the time you were born to 5 years old, the family that we lived with was Cuban. And that's all you heard for the first 5 years of your life. I did not know this when I was 18 years old, dancing on a dance floor and killing it for no apparent reason. I had no idea. I didn't know my biological mother back then. I was angry with her, so I didn't reach out. And then I had the courage enough to talk to her when I was 27, and she tells me that the first 5 years of my life, I was living with a Cuban family, listening to Cuban music, eating Cuban food. ¿Cómo? Like, really? Serio? Like, seriously. And it answered so many questions because the first 5 years of your life is where your brain picks up the most stuff. So no wonder I love salsa. No wonder I kill it on the bachata floor, because that's all that I was listening to and seeing, I guess, when my mother was her boyfriend at the time. And that's okay. That's what my heart calls for. What does your heart call for? What makes you just bust open? What rips you wide open when you do it? Whatever it is, whatever makes you feel that way, have the courage to do it. You can. I can. I'm not Latin. Sometimes I wish that I was. Lorena. She's in there. I try to figure out if she's like Puerto Rican or Dominican, but whatever. She's in there. I have a Latin soul and I have a black soul, and it's okay. I like to talk, and it's okay. I have a full-time job and it pays the bills and I'm good at it, but I have these two other things that I am great at. What are you great at? Go find it and go do it. You're on with LivinLovinLeo. I hope you learned something today. I hope I encouraged you with a little brief story about my past. Like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, okay? LivinLovinLeo. Comment below, tell me, Leo, boring, improve, better, whatever. Give me your tips, give me some ideas, but remember, come back. There's always stuff to talk about. Thanks for watching LivinLovinLeo. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.